Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining. Um, it's now September and it's officially autumn. We've had a fairly hot summer, so the water will start to cool down now in the fisheries, small and large, and the fish will become more active over the next few months. Um, so we're going to go through 8 fly patterns, which will get you success for the next 3 months. So we all carry lots of fly patterns around with us, but sometimes it's just as easy to simplify things and cut down to a few flies. So what I've done today is I've chosen 4 patterns which you'll catch off the surface with, and 4 which you will catch obviously down below the surface from different depths. So we'll start off with the first pattern, which is really good early in September and October, and it's the versatile daddy long legs. Now daddies obviously prolific on the water in early autumn, and the fish absolutely love them. Myself, I prefer to use mini daddies. I tend to get more hookups and not so many splashy takes, and the daddy itself is often very good used as a point fly when you do washing line systems with sea nymphs. So definitely you want the daddy. Now the four main colours I use is orange, tan, dark brown and black, and mix these up any given day. It can be sometimes the orange one, which can be really deadly. It's not exactly natural, but it does attract the fish. And then the other ones, if they want it more natural, you can swap those around and use those colours. Brilliant pattern. You need them in your box, and it's great fun fishing them. Number 2 on the list of flies to fish off the surface in autumn is the popper fry. Great fly for exciting way of fishing. Fishing it over the weed beds when there's fry about. It's really visual, and you often get large fish coming up, browns, etc., big rainbows, and they'll just smash it. So you're casting the floating line, popping it across the surface over the weed, and the fish often shoot out the weed to the surface, grab the fly, and off you go, and then you hang on. It's a good way of fishing, really good. So you can use fry made with small sonker strip, or you can do perch fry imitations. So all of these things work and gives you brilliant visual sport, well worth a go. The third one I have on my list is really deadly on the small waters. In the autumn, you still get midge hatches, and you still get small black flies blown onto the water. And this pattern is size 18-20, nothing but fly. It's small black fly with a very distinctive orange or red butt section. This seems to attract the fish in the autumn, similar to what the standard nothing fly does during the summer months. But fish these in the surface film. You can on floating line you can cast a rising fish, or you can figure of 8 the fly, and the fish will take it readily, no problem at all. It's a small fly, but obviously as it gets colder, the smaller flies take the fish anyway. So get some of these in your box, and you won't be disappointed. Good action in the autumn off the surface. The fourth small fly to catch off the surface, and it catches fish on all lakes right up to November, is the foam beetle. Now you can do it in different sizes, normally 16s down to 20s. You can have it in different colours, brown, black, grey even works as well. So this is fished again on floating lines, casting to rising fish. It also works very well subsurface, so you can cast it, then figure eight it all the way back to the bank, and the fish absolutely love them. It's a natural type fly that's going to be available on most waters, so it's very, very productive. So now we're going to change tact, and it's not fishing off the surface with the flies, we're going down below. So this fly is proven over many, many years on small waters and large reservoirs, and it's the humongous. Great pattern for when the fish are feeding on the shoals of fry. Often colours white and black produce the goods. You can fish them on different lines, from floating lines down to dye sevens, so just obviously find the depth that the fish are feeding. Great movement in the pattern. It has chain eyes, gives it a great swimming motion in the water, and it actually takes lots of large browns in the big reservoirs down south. Fantastic pattern, but works just equally as well on the small waters. Different retrieves work well, short jerks, long pulls, and roly-poly works very well too. So this one definitely put fish in your net, so you must have these in your box. As it gets later in the autumn, on the large waters, and actually works on the small waters as well, shrimps and hare's ear patterns work really well. In the big reservoirs, there's huge amounts of shrimp as natural feed, and the actual fish actually turn onto these close to the shore. So if you fish the shrimp patterns, they absolutely go wild, and they actually feed up right the way through the winter as well, but they start in the late autumn. So you need these patterns to get great fishing. Often it's in very shallow water as well. You need to be able to see the bottom and cast your shrimps where you can actually see the bottom, and that's where the food will be, and that's where the fish will be feeding. Great fun, because obviously as soon as they shoot away in the shallow water along the shore, fantastic sport. So get some of these patterns tied up. Number 7 on the list is a must for every small stillwater angler, whether you're pleasure fishing or competition fishing, and it's the olive 8-legged apsworm. Absolutely devastating pattern. This has been proven over the years with many competitions won using this pattern. As the colder weather cuts in, the fish start chasing, and the apsworm, with its fantastic movement, just attracts fish like a magnet. So you have to have these patterns in your box, whether you're pleasure fishing or competition fishing. The actual movement of the fly just attracts fish from a long way away. They feel the vibration, and then obviously when the water's clear, they see the colour. Deadly. So you must have the olive 8-legged apps. Number 8 on the list works large and small waters alike. Fantastic fish catcher, and it's the zonker family. Now obviously You can do them in all different colours, black, white, olive, natural, grey type. They're all in the dirty water. If the water's coloured, pink works well. The Zonka is a very versatile pattern. You can fish it on all lines for all different depths. The movement of the Zonka strip is amazing in the water. It pulses as you move it, and you can catch fish using figure of 8, retrieve, short, sharp strokes, or long pulls, or deadly as well as slow roly-poly with a intermittent stop and then roly-poly again. One thing you must do with basically all your flies, if you're off the bank or in the boat, is hang the flies, because often the fish will come in, they'll see the fly from a way out, and sometimes they'll not take it till you start to come towards the boat or the bank, and just as you're coming up towards the surface on the way up, the fish will smash it. If you're not hanging your flies, then you're going to miss out on a lot of fish. So whatever you do, make sure you hang your flies. Hopefully these fly patterns will narrow it down for you a little bit over the autumn. Sometimes you can confuse yourself by having too many patterns to try. So give these a try. I'm sure you'll catch plenty of fish. So tight lines. Hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, please like and subscribe. I'm going to do some further videos fishing and fly tying. Thanks very much for joining. Cheers now.